Good morning, everybody. According to the official timekeeping system of the United States of America, my Verizon cell phone, it's exactly 10 o'clock Eastern on this dreary day in October of 2023. I am welcome to the Social Security Talk podcast, which is sponsored by the National Social Security Advisor Certificate Program. I am your co-host, Marc Kiner, in the gray fleece. Joined by my partner, Jim Blair, in his blue shirt. Hi, Jim.
Hey, good morning.
Everything okay with you in White Oak, which is a suburb of Cincinnati, Ohio?
Yeah, it's dreary, just like you were mentioning. So, but still, it's still a good day.
No, we have a lot of really good things going on between now and the end of the year relating to our education that we provide. Jim and I created the Social Security Advisor Certificate Program industry back in 2013 when we created a National Social Security Advisor Certificate. At that point, we've educated 5,000 advisors. 2,700 or so have earned our certificate. And we have some really exciting things going on, Jim, between now and the rest of the year. We have a class in Louisville. We have a class in Cincinnati in November. We have our holiday special webinars, don't we? That's exciting.
Yeah, those are always fun, just because of the time of year, I suppose.
December 18th is the 8 to 4:31 Eastern Time. December 28th/29th, it's split over 2 days, Jim, 10 to 2 Eastern Time both days. And tuition is discounted 40% from $795 down to $477. That's really nice. To get more information about our education and to register, go to our website, www.premiernssa.com. That's Nancy Sam Apple, and just kind of click on registration schedule, and eventually you'll find all of our upcoming classes and stuff. Jim, our tuition includes the gold standard of support, doesn't it?
It sure does. We have people that contact us, our advisors, every day with questions. Sometimes they call. More often they send emails, because usually you send the email when you have time, and then we respond fairly quickly. You better than me, I'll have to say that.
Sometimes, Jim.
Yeah, but
Jim, there's still a couple from a couple of years ago that I haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah, well, that might tarnish the gold a little bit, but overall, I think we do provide the gold standard, and we're able to answer the question our advisors have, which generally comes from their clients. The situation that their clients are in, everybody knows that everyone's situation is different, and situational Social Security applies to everyone. And as everybody has a little bit of a difference, sometimes people have questions.
You got it. Plus, our support also includes update webinars every month. We just had one yesterday. And something that we created not long ago, the Social Security Open Forums. Every other Monday, the advisors ask us questions. Really, Jim, they ask you questions. These are questions I'm not able to answer. They're pretty much a little above my pay scale. So anyway, but every other week we have the open forums where the advisors direct the questions to Jim and myself, and that's really exciting.
What I find interesting about those, a lot of people tune in just to hear the questions and answers that other people have.
I'd say half. More than half. Yeah.
Yeah. Oftentimes, if someone has a question, you know what? Somebody else has that same question. So people are logging in to our open forum to ask the questions. They're also logging in to learn. So they seem to be very popular.
If you would like additional information, I would give you the website. Give me a call. My direct hotline is 513-218-8505. And my direct email, mkiner, Kiner, at mypremierplan.com. Jim, we also have classes next year in Cleveland, Chicago, and Kansas City. And we have webinars every month And we also offer the on-demand videos. Jim, I think when we created our program in 2013, we had all three formats going pretty quickly. I do tend to believe, though, it probably took us maybe a year to get our on-demand videos going. I don't think we recorded those right away. What do you think we did, Jim?
No, it took a little while to get them going, and it took a while for us to get them to the format that they are today, where it's a real good format for folks to go to and use. In the beginning, they were a little rough, but we've got a good guy that's doing our recording and editing for us now and putting them all out there for people to access. So I think it's a real good way for folks to learn about Social Security. And the nice thing is it's not one and done. You continue access for a while. And
Yeah.
so as you have a topic or two that you're not sure of, you can always go back and just review that particular topic. So I think it's a real good format.
Yeah, in about 3 weeks, we're going to be recording the 2024 on-demand video. So I'm starting to clean my dining room now, Jim, because it's at my house again.
The more exciting thing about that is there will be donuts there.
Donuts and pizza for lunch, I'm certain. Okay, so let's talk about Social Security just a little bit during today's Social Security Talk podcast, Jim. Something happened about 2 weeks ago, maybe. Social Security came out with the 2024 COLA and the 2024 COLA fact sheet. So, Jim, what's the COLA that folks will see with their December benefit, which is received in January?
Yeah, not quite as much as it has been, which I guess is a good thing. That means inflation is starting to come down. 3.2% for this year. It was looking in the beginning that it might even be a little lower than that, but turned out to be 3.2. And as you said, that'll be effective in December, which shows up in the January payment.
Well, Jim, last year at this time, I was, you don't know what you were projecting. I was projecting 5% a year ago. But inflation came down just a little more than I had anticipated. So like you said, Jim, 3.2% now for 2024 benefits received during that year. Jim, what's the Social Security cap now, wage cap now for 2024? That is.
Yeah, it's going up to 168,600. So it's a little bit of a jump, about what $8,400. About 168,600 is what you're going to pay the Social Security tax on. Above that, you don't, but you still pay the Medicare tax on 100% of your earnings.
But so you're right, Jim, 168.6. So the Social Security portion of the tax is 6.2%. And if you're self-employed, like Jim and I are, we work for an S corporation. We own the company. So in effect, Jim, you and I pay, I guess that would be 12.4%.
Ouch.
Huh? Yeah, ouch. You're right. You got that one right. Jim, you need 40 credits to be eligible to receive retirement benefits. Am I right?
That's correct.
Do you need to work all year long and every quarter to get a credit for the quarter? How does that work?
No, they base those on the amount of your earnings. So for each $1,730 that you earn in 2024, you'll earn one credit, and you can earn up to 4 per year. If you earn $7,000 in one day, first of all, I guess that's a pretty good day, at least for most of us. And that means you've earned all 4 credits. Now, they're not going to give those all to you at once. You don't earn a credit until the quarter gets here. If you earn that $7,000 in January, you'd get 1 credit right away. You get the second credit April 1st, the third credit July 1st, and the fourth one October 1st. Assuming you're still alive, you have to be alive for at least a part of that quarter to get the credit. Although if you're not alive, you probably don't care that you're not getting the credit.
So, Jim, when we teach our class, we go over a couple of scenarios. Let's assume the husband has 40 plus credits, so he's eligible for his own benefits. Let's assume the wife is 36. For her to obtain 4 additional credits, she just needs to, and I'm rounding this up a little bit, Jim. She needs to earn about $7,000. After she earns 7,000, she'll have her additional 4 credits. She'd be eligible to receive her own benefits, which might allow her husband to wait until his full retirement age or as late as age 70 to collect his own benefits. Now, she can make that $7,000 in January, Jim, and not work another day the rest of the year and have her 4 credits. Like you said, though, she won't get the credits until the quarters come about, but at least she would have earned enough money. Now,
Right. So that means she can't begin her benefits until October when the
good point.
fourth credit is added. That would be the 40th credit in her case, and that's when benefits could begin.
And Jim, you always tell me that I'm losing my hair, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You always tell me it's a lot easier to at least. It's a lot more difficult for somebody to agree to go to work to have enough credits to earn her or his Social Security benefits. However, though, Jim, if it's a closely held business, just put the lower earner on payroll for a day, 2 days, whatever it takes to earn $7,000, and that person doesn't have to work another day the rest of the year and be eligible for their own benefits. And
Right.
Jim, let's talk about one more thing.
Okay.
So let's say the wife is eligible for benefits now. A husband was born by that magic birthday at 1/1/54. What can he do now?
Oh, he could then file the restricted application, at least for a couple of months now, and receive benefits as a spouse before he turns his own benefit on at age 70. And and even if he doesn't meet that magic birth date, that's something to think about. Maybe you have that situation where the say the wife is close, has 36, 37 credits. The husband is going to wait until his full retirement age, or maybe age 70. By earning those credits, the wife can go ahead and start her benefits earlier, at least based off of her own work record. Now, if he's close to filing, she may not want to go ahead and earn it because she'll be able to draw the spousal benefit. And that's something we would want to look into.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a real good strategy when one of the members, the higher earner, is waiting a while before they file. It can allow the other one to start a little earlier.
So we went over a couple of things so far. The maximum taxable earnings for Social Security in 2024 is going to be $168,600. And the amount of earned income to earn 1 credit in 2024 is $1,730. Now, this information is coming off of this sheet here, the fact sheet, 2024 COLA fact sheet, which you can get just by Googling 2024 COLA fact sheet or going to ssa.gov. You can find it that way too. Jim, the next thing I want to talk about is the annual earnings test. The dollars have gone up. In 2023, the earnings test is based on $21,240 for ages 62, 63, 64, and December 31st of the year you turn age 65. It's going up, though, isn't it, for 2024?
Right. It's going up to $22,320 for those folks. Now, it's still, if you exceed that, it's still Social Security withholds $1 for every 2 that you go over. But the amount you're allowed to earn went up a little bit to $22,320 in 2024.
So if you make $2 over that amount, Social Security will withhold $1 in benefits. So if you exceeded that amount by $10,000, then they will withhold $5,000 in benefits. Jim, you'll get that money back over time, right? Beginning at what age?
Well, beginning at full retirement age. And the key is over time. You don't get it back all at once. So you reach full retirement age. Oh, here's all the money we withheld from you.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice, Jim?
That would be nice. You get it back in the form of an increase in your monthly benefit amount. Any month that you do not receive a full benefit payment based on the annual earnings test, Social Security calls those credit months. And what they'll do is adjust your reduction factor at your full retirement age to reduce it by however many credit months you have earned over that period of time. So you'll see an increase in your monthly benefit amount So as long as you live long enough, you'll receive that increase. It's a permanent increase. Not only does it increase your benefit, but if your spouse survives you and steps into your shoes, it means a higher survivor benefit.
And let me just mention one item. We're not going to really talk about it today because it's just a little too confusing. But besides the annual earnings test, there's something called the monthly earnings test. So if while you're receiving Social Security benefits and you still have earned income, if your income does not exceed 1,860 on a monthly basis, you'll receive a benefit for that month. Earnings, you can utilize the monthly earnings test one time. Usually, it's used in the year you begin your benefits. But just keep in the back of your mind, the monthly test might be beneficial if you're an individual. For you, if you are an advisor listening to the Social Security Talk podcast, it might be beneficial to your clients. Jim, what's the earnings test the year you turn full retirement age? It's gone up, right?
It went up quite a bit more than the other one did. It is now $59,520. It was 56,520 in 2023. Went up to 59,520, and they'll reduce or they'll hold back benefits $1 for every three that you go over. Now this only applies until you reach full retirement age, because the month you attain your full retirement age, there's no longer a limit on your earnings. You can earn as much as you want. Doesn't matter. Social Security will pay you anyway.
And that's one reason why I began my benefits, Jim, in June of 2022. That is my full retirement age month. I turned my full retirement age was 66 and 4 months. That would have been like June 13th of 2022. So effective June 1st of 2022, that's my full retirement age month, and that's when I begin my benefits. So Jim, I can continue to earn my $1 million per year. And
Hey, wait a minute.
well, I know you're not making quite that much, but I understand. But that's my income, and as a result, I will not lose any benefits due to the annual earnings test with my compensation. Jim, let's talk about bend points. I know that not many people understand bend points, but it also was adjusted for COLA. Now, bend points is part of the computation of Social Security benefits. It's how we determine somebody's full retirement age benefit. It's also known as PIA, primary insurance amount. That's the amount of benefit you're eligible for at full retirement age. So the bend points went up this year in 2024, right?
They did go up. Now there are technically there's three bend points. Bend point number one is $1,174, and in determining that PIA, primary insurance amount, you get 90% of that $1,174 towards your PIA. Bend point number two is the difference between $7,078 less 1,174, and you receive 32% of that towards your PIA. And if your average wage is over the $7,078, any portion over that, you receive 15%. That's a little confusing. If someone's listening to this and wants more information on bend points, take our class. We go over that and discuss how benefits are computed. I think it's interesting. Maybe it's because I work there, but bend points are used in the computation of the benefit.
Jim, that's why I wanted to bring it up, because I want folks to take our class and know there are some confusing items that they need to learn and understand. And in order to do that, take our training. Our website is premiernssa.com. That's Nancy, Sam, Apple. You can find more information about our upcoming classes, where we're going to be located, the dates and times of the webinars, and of course, you can learn more about our holiday special webinars where we discount the tuition by 40%. Finally, Jim, don't have a lot more time right now, but the average Social Security benefit has gone up to $19.07 in 2024. It's an increase of about $60 or so. after the 3.2% COLA increase.
That it has. And then people ask us all the time, well, what's the most I can get from my Social Security? And you know what? It's getting up there. It was $3,627 last year for someone earning maximum earnings and up till their full retirement age. Well, it went up to $3,822. So that's the monthly benefit for someone who's had maximum earnings their whole working career at their full retirement age.
So, Jim, you've already done that computation. I can stick that figure into the PowerPoint then?
Well, it's on the fact sheet, so.
Oh,
it's on
right
page 2 of the fact sheet.
Yeah, I see. It's right here. So you did the computation. Good job, Jim.
Yeah, I cheated. I used Social Security's records. I'll see what mine comes up with. Hopefully, it's the same.
Yeah, I didn't. You know, Jim, I never saw that on there. Okay, I appreciate that. And the average, but these are just averages.
Yeah.
So it brings in, we're looking at higher income folks, lower income folks. The average is 1907. And if you're a couple, both receiving benefits, the average is slightly over $3,000, $3,033. And there's a lot more on this fact sheet, Jim, but we just don't have the time really to talk about it. I do encourage all of you to go to Google and download the fact sheet. Just type in 2024 Social Security fact sheet, COLA fact sheet maybe, and you'll find it. Believe me, it's all out there, definitely. Or you can go to ssa.gov website and find it that way also. Jim, I always look forward to when this fact sheet is distributed. I did learn this past year that it comes out the same day as the CPIW figure comes out for September for September, and it comes out maybe during the second week of October, and on that same day is when this fact sheet comes out. So this Social Security Talk podcast is sponsored by the National Social Security Advisor Certificate Program. To find more information about our education, we also do consulting too, but to find more information about the education, just go to premiernssa.com. You can send me a quick email, mkiner, Kiner, at mypremierplan.com, or give me a quick call. I've got a hotline. Like Putin has a hotline and Biden has a hotline, and all other important people have hotlines. I've got a hotline too. 513-218-8505. Jim, this now ends today's episode of Social Security Talk. I appreciate you being here today. What else do you have planned on your schedule, Jim?
That's about it. I think my wife might have me painting a room before too long. We had to do a little bit of patching on it, but so that might be in my future. My daughter-in-law is getting pinned for her. She took a class and she's now going to become a nurse. So that's pretty exciting. So we're looking forward to that.
It is. Congratulate her for me. I'd appreciate it. Not that she knows me.
Yeah.
And Jim, I have a webinar later on another of our podcasts, but with a special guest. She's going to talk about life insurance settlements. And then later on this afternoon, I've got a webinar test with a company called Hightower, because you and I are doing a webinar for their advisors sometime over the next week or so.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So anyway, folks, thanks for attending this episode of Social Security Talk. Till next time. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.